up? What's up? Let's get some people up in here. That beard look right before anybody jump in. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Today, we are live on board the Norwegian Aqua. Antoinette in the house, Will G in the house. What's going on, y'all? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're on board the Aqua, officially on board, getting ready to set sail. The Freedom and the Mardi Gras both have just sailed out. So I figured I'd come and do a little talking head, a little bit of a live before I flip the camera over. We're still tied up to the dock. You are on with Island Time. Yeah, I haven't run into them yet. I came on, I did a little quick room tour. I went up to the buffet, got a quick bite to eat, and now I am on the balcony going live with y'all. So look forward to an embarkation day video coming tomorrow. I'll be working on that as soon as the live is over. I'll get that done, edited out, and put out there on YouTube for y'all to check out tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't watched today's video yet, today's video is simply about my 10 things that I always take with me on every trip. And I really hope that brings a little bit of light to maybe some things you already have in your suitcase or some things that you are looking to bring in the near future on your next voyage. I would love to sail the Aqua. Yeah, so this is my second NCL cruise. The first one was on the Breakaway. So this is only the second time I'm on board NCL. So what a ship to pick, right? This is absolutely a gorgeous ship. I love the way the room is laid out. I love the decor throughout the whole ship already. And I'm super excited to be on here for the next 7 days. Oh, and I'm super excited for the Starbucks, man. Already hitting up the Starbucks. Y'all already know. Gotta have that coffee. If you're a coffee person, smash that like button. You need coffee. You have to have coffee. I need it. Getting on Viva next year. Viva was a ship that I watched sail away. Was that Viva or Prima? Whichever one was in Galveston. On the Jubilee last year, I got to see that ship for the very first time in person last year, which was great. And I'm super stoked to be on board the Aqua, right? Like, it's NCL's newest ship, and it's one of those that it defies all things that we think of classic cruise ships, right? Like, NCL is one of those cruise lines where it's all about that freestyle, and the freestyle thing for me is what I'm most excited about. The freestyle dining. I don't have to do formal, don't have to do any of that. So I'm super stoked to be on for the next 7 days. I got the GoPro recording a time lapse for the sail away because, again, this is the first time I'm sailing out on the Aqua, so I want to capture that. And it's one of the first times in the last couple years that I'm actually sailing out from, you know, way back in Port Canaveral, right? Like, I'm usually in Terminal 3, which is up towards the front. But this one's all the way in the back. This is Terminal 10, I believe it is. And that's where they have like the Seashore and MSC sail out of and all of that stuff. The Viva will be in Galveston starting sometime next year. That's awesome. So it was the Prima I saw. We went out and about, and you are there by yourself. Who cares about the other people on the ship? LOL, I kid, I kid. We went to Bath & Body Works. I guess you must have went and got that pumpkin spice stuff. Have so much fun, Mike. Enjoy your cruise. Haley, I plan on it. So the Freestyle, right? Now they have this thing called Freestyle Dining, where it's the freestyle. You don't have to show up for formal night in formal clothes. There's no formal night. So if you want to show up fancy, you can show up fancy. You don't have to. There's no requirement. There's no obligation to get dressed fancy. And you can just show up for dinner whenever you want. There's no designated time. If you want a designated time, that's fine. You'll be able to do that as well. But again, it's that freestyle dining. You can show up as you are, eat, leave, whatever the case may be. And that's one big thing I love about the NCL freestyle dining, because I'm not obligated to a specific schedule or a time frame. I'm not obligated to wear formal clothes on a formal night like you are with other cruise lines. So I really enjoy that little aspect of it. Warm Strong Adventures in the house. What's going on, Bill? So that's one thing I definitely love about Norwegian, is that freestyle dining option. And honestly, the ship so far, from what I've saw, it has been epic. I've been to the Starbucks, I've been to the buffet. Now, I will tell you the buffet was smack packed full of people. It is embarkation day, so things like that are to be expected. It's just that thing, right? So the way their buffet is set up, it's compartmentalized. Like you have like little compartment sections, and it's like walled off. Your tables are a little close, but it's not something you're not going to be able to get used to. You're definitely going to be able to get used to it, and you know it's cool for me because it's a buffet that I can eat at every night. I don't feel like I need to go to the MDR. And for those of you who know, like I've cruised since I was knee high to a grasshopper, right? I'm used to formal dinners. I'm used to the MDR dinners every night. That's the way it was when I was a kid growing up. That's what we did. We enjoyed that family time together. But when you're solo or with your group of friends who really don't care if you go to the MDR, going to the MDR is not a big thing for me. Now, I will be going to the MDR on board the Aqua so that way I can experience the MDR, but it's not one of those things where I got to hold myself to do it. If I get there, I get there. If I don't, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely going to scope out the buffet. Today they had some really cool stuff on there. They had a seafood roll. You're going to see all of this in the embarkation video that's coming out tomorrow. But the one thing that really shocked me, and I was disappointed I didn't go to that side of the buffet to begin with, was they had bacon wrapped meatloaf. Like, I was all for the bacon wrapped meatloaf. Put a little barbecue sauce on that bad boy. Chef's kiss all day long. One day Haley and I will do NCL Experience the Freestyle. We are big Carnival cruisers with a couple princesses under our belts. We're ready to explore new lines. So, Antoinette, my big thing when I was a kid growing up was everything was Princess. I sailed Princess all the way up until 2021, believe it or not. My very first cruise on another cruise line was Carnival, and that was after the pandemic. It was Onboard, the brand new Mardi Gras, and it was for a Lolita Loca Halloween group cruise. That was my very first cruise outside of Princess. And ever since then, I got wet behind the ears with other cruise lines, and I've been trying them all. I've been on Norwegian, I've been on Celebrity, I've been on Royal, I've been on Princess, I've been on Margaritaville. I've done a ton, and I'll be honest, I will tell you now, I understand why people become loyal to certain brands, but I also understand why there is people who are not loyal to any brand. You're just loyal to the next ship. And I get mad at myself that I haven't experienced other cruise lines prior to 2021, right? So now I'm trying to experience as many as I can. I don't have a specific favorite cruise line anymore. And it's just my next one is my favorite one. So if you can get out there and try other cruise lines, I highly suggest it. Especially right now, a lot of people are heated with the Carnival Rewards program that's in place. So get out there and try them all. Oh, and I've done MSC. So I've done my fair share of cruise lines here out of the state of Florida, Texas, New Orleans, and it's been some of the greatest experiences I could have ever had. I get back on board a Royal Caribbean ship this year. I get on board the Star of the Seas over the next few months. I believe it's in September. But I'm loving NCL because they got the Starbucks package. Now, let's talk about that for a second. I'm a little disappointed because I have the Starbucks package. I bought the unlimited Starbucks package. And the disappointing factor of it is I cannot use my app to scan for stars, to get stars on my purchase because I got the package. So it's either you get the package and you miss out on the stars, or you buy individual coffees and you don't save as much money in the long run. So I'll save the money. I don't get the stars, but I get the Starbucks, and they have my coffee. So I'm all for that 30-ounce cold brew coffee with a half-inch of almond milk, which is what they call a splash, and then 4 to 6 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. I'm all for it. What can I say? Lourdes is in the house. Well, look at you. Look at me sitting all pretty. Now, when this cruise was booked, it was booked with an original solo inside. I am currently sitting on my balcony, which is not a solo inside. So I do have a club balcony now. I'm on deck 10 towards the aft. So you'll get to see right from my balcony the view that I have here once we start pushing back. I figured I'd go live a little bit, do a little bit of a talking shot before we officially push back and set sail. Like I said, the Freedom has already set sail. The Mardi Gras has already set sail. So by the time we get out and into the channel, there will be a couple other ships that are left in port. I don't know if Disney's going to push out before we are, but it looks like we have another ship coming across the bow as we speak, and that is the Royal Caribbean Adventure of the Seas, I believe. Yeah, Adventure of the Seas. We are booked on the Sun Princess November 2025 and the Star Princess October 2026. So Antoinette, if it's your first time on the Star Princess or the Sun Princess, you are going to love it. I absolutely loved the Sun Princess in April of last year when I went over to the Mediterranean and sailed on that ship for the very first time. And I look forward to the Star Princess. I have that booked for October of this year, round trip out of Barcelona. I'm actually on the inaugural sailing of that ship. And we have that ship as our Alaska group cruise next July, round trip out of Seattle. So there's a lot of us that are going on that, and I really look forward to getting everybody on board that ship and letting them experience what Princess is all about. Did you bid on a balcony room? Well, Martin, I did not. Casino department just said, hey, upgrade ferry. So I didn't bid on anything. I just got bumped up, man. So I'll take it. I'm cool with it. They brought a bottle of sparkling wine that was dropped off in the cabin as like a welcome back to NCL type thing. I got some free play that I'm going to hit the casino with, and then I got some tournament entries for like slot tournaments or blackjack tournaments, things like that. So a couple little goodies that they sent to the cabin and all of that. So I'll take that and run with it. Yeah, I can't really complain. I loved Sun Princess on the Mediterranean. It was an amazing trip. It was, right? Like, I really did enjoy that cruise. And that was the first cruise Chuck ever flew for. Chuck's never been on a plane up until that point. And that was his first time ever leaving the U.S., right? Other than, like, the little closed loop cruise out of Florida. So it was cool that I got to experience that with him. But it's just something about the Mediterranean. It's just, it hits completely different than any other cruise. And I love going to the Caribbean. I love going to the Bahamas. But I've noticed the longer I've lived in Florida, the more I want to go out and experience other destinations, right? When I was younger, we would always come to Florida and cruise out of Florida. Now that I'm older and I can cruise out of Florida, I want to cruise out of the Mediterranean. I want to cruise out of Barcelona or Italy. I want to cruise to Alaska from Seattle or British Vancouver, BC, or whatever the case may be. So I'm definitely glad that I got to experience a little bit more of that, and I can't wait to experience more of that. And then we met on the Glory, you and I. Yes, that was when we met. Yeah, so last April. It's been over a year since we actually met, so that's awesome. And I can't wait to cruise with you more, Lourdes. You're an awesome person to cruise with, so I have a blast when I cruise with you. But yeah, that's when we met, was after the Sun Princess. I did the Sun Princess and then flew from Rome to Barcelona and boarded the Glory for a transatlantic back, which is kind of similar to what I'm doing this October. I'm flying over, doing the inaugural on the Star Princess, and then flying, no, I'm not flying back to Barcelona because it leaves out of Barcelona. So I'm flying to Barcelona for the inaugural on the Star, and then I'm going on the Mardi Gras out of dry dock back to Port Canaveral. And we've got some inclement weather here. Like, the sky's really dark. There's a storm moving in. It started to rain, so everybody has like cleared the pools, and they're making their way under some coverage here with koi koi. Yeah, koi koi. I have to check the casino out here and see if they have a koi koi machine. I can tell you what, I seen the casino from the Starbucks, and it was more of like an open concept, like kind of like the atrium area. You could see directly into the casino, which was relatively cool. Kind of like how on the Horizon, the Carnival Horizon, if you've ever been on the Horizon and you go around like the steakhouse or the piano bar area, you have that big glass window you can look into the casino. That's kind of similar here on board the Aqua, but it's more open. So it's definitely a different concept, a different layout. But we all know I will be in that casino. I will be testing the fates, and I will be pushing buttons and seeing if I can't hit it big. Now, I'm going to be putting out a bunch of content over the next week on board the Aqua, from the Aqua to the ships, from the Aqua, all around the Aqua, from the shows to the food to the ports that I go to. But what is it that you as a viewer want to see come from the Aqua? What is it about the Aqua that you want to see? Is it a special restaurant? Is it a special performance or a show? Is it a type of room category? Whatever it is you want to see, drop it in the comments. I'll come back and I'll go through all of the comments as I'm filming throughout the week, and I'll try to hit everything that everybody wants to see. A repositioning cruise would be awesome. I love them. I love the 14-day transatlantics, whether it's going eastbound or westbound. And I find it to be a very relaxing voyage. The ship isn't as full as you would expect it to be. You never sail at full capacity. But the amount of sea days that you get forces you to relax. If you're a person that's constantly on the go, 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 and you're constantly doing something or wanting to do something, these cruises like the 14-day transatlantics force you to relax. You have so many days at sea that make you just want to sit on your balcony or lay out on the lounge chairs or take a nap for 4 or 5 hours, or even wake up in the morning and go, I'm not leaving the cabin today. Those cruises are some of the best cruises I've been on. And I was always warned growing up that you don't want to cross the transatlantic cruises. You don't want to do those types of cruises. And I will tell you now, they are some of my favorite cruises. I enjoy them very much. They're very relaxing. Yes, you might have some days where it's a little rough. But you know what? You make the best of it, right? The room, the atrium, also the MDR and the buffet area. So you'll see a little bit of the buffet tomorrow when I drop the embarkation day video. Room categories, I'll get with guest services to see if there's a couple available rooms for me to be able to do different room category videos in. Usually they still have like a couple cabins that are showing cabins only that aren't booked during the voyage that you can go in and check out if you're a travel agent or a content creator. So I'll see if they still have them available to be able to do that. If not, I know there's a few other people on board the ship that follow the channel that have reached out that said I can view their cabins if I wanted. So I'll definitely be able to get that, at least a couple different types of cabins. Going to do a TA or a TP one of these days. Now, a Trans-Pacific is definitely on my bucket list. I was supposed to do that this past April, and I didn't get around to doing that. We pulled the plug on that trip, but that's definitely one that's on the bucket list. I would love to do that. I would need to research weather, laying out, sunning is our jam. Yeah, so when we came back in April, we had a lot of days where it was gorgeous weather, beautiful, bright, sunny, warm, and we had 1 or 2 days where the seas were a little rough. But again, it really just depends, right? Like, it's Mother Nature. You really can't predict Mother Nature that much. You can do your best when it comes to like weather research or weather channels and all of that. But there's still a chance Mother Nature is going to throw a curveball at you. And I actually enjoyed the days it was really rough. Everybody was hanging out in their cabin. I think me and Chuck were the only two in our whole group that were walking around the ship. It was nice. Everything was dead. It was quiet. Nobody could be found other than the crew. Antoinette at Fun in the house. What's going on, Antoinette? So, but it's a little rainy here today. It's a rainy, gloomy day. I was going to go live from the upper decks to show you a little bit of the party they got going on up there, but I was like, I don't really feel like getting wet today. So we'll go live from the balcony. I got the GoPro recording the time lapse. That's been going for a little bit, and all it's going to show is the storm rolling in, which is pretty sick because when I first came out here and set up the camera, it was bright, it was sunny, and now it is just, the storm is just taking over. Glory treated us good except for a couple of rough days on our way to the Carnegie Islands. Yeah, so it happens, you know, it's bound to happen, right? It's the ocean, it's its own animal, it's its own beast. But I just take the good with the bad. And like I said, to me it wasn't too bad. Feel a little queasy every now and then, but you do what you do. You do the remedies. You take the seasickness pills, the Dramamine, and all that stuff to try and help. But it's still an enjoyable experience, right? Whether you get a little bit of rough seas or not. And I kind of come to terms with the rough seas thing because I plan on cruising to Antarctica and going through the Drake Passage eventually. And the Drake Passage is a rough and ready roller coaster on the ocean. So if you get queasy with seasickness, that's definitely one you want to stay away from, is that Drake Passage. Now, in the live show the other night, we talked about some casino videos that would be happening on board this ship. I still have not made my mind up if we're going to go, balls to the wall when it comes to certain things inside the casino. I know for sure we're definitely going to do the $25 a spin, $1,000 loaded into the machine, $25 denomination spins, 40 spins to see what we can do, see if we can't bonus or bust. And then we're still stuck in between limbo of the $50 or $100 spins with loading $2,000 into the machine and seeing what we can do with that. So it's a little crazy, a little insane that I'm even thinking about going that round, to that realm. But you got to live a little, right? To win big, you got to bet big. So I'm hoping to win real big by betting a little big. We got the helicopter tour going by. 888 ride. If you're wanting to go on a helicopter tour, 888 ride. I didn't get sick, but I respect the movement of the ship while trying to walk, so I was staying put either on an activity sitting or in my cabin watching movies and such. Now that was a good day to go to the casino, I'm not gonna lie. That was a day where there was barely anybody in the casino because everyone was staying in their cabin. So if you wanted to hit the casino on any day on board that cruise, that would have been the day. It's almost 4:30 and we're still moored up and we're still at the dock, which is a little weird for me. Usually by now we're out into the Atlantic. And y'all know cruising out of Port Canaveral, it's real quick till you're in international water. So from the time you set out, maybe 45 minutes from the time you push away and start officially going out the channel here, you're in international water. So the casino opens relatively quick over here. It's pretty fast and all of that stuff. Carnival Cruise Addicts in the house. What's going on? Does NCL casino match? I'm not 100% sure if they casino match. However, I do know they have a really good casino program because, again, this is my second cruise with them. The first one was a few years ago. I haven't brought them any money from then till now, and I'm still getting amazing casino offers with NCL, whether it's a 3-night, 4-night, 5-night sailing, transatlantic cruise, whatever the case may be. But I'll find out if they casino match. I don't think they do, but I'm not 100% certain. Got that Starbucks. Gonna have to go get another one, man. We're almost out. We got a little sip left. I thought they didn't casino match. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I really don't think they do. But again, Princess didn't casino match until this past, what was it, April? So it's really ironic how certain things with certain cruise lines didn't happen and now they currently do happen, right? Princess was one of those cruise lines that didn't casino match anything. But now I know they casino match other people, other cruise lines, or even land-based casinos. I think Lourdes actually cruised with Princess through a casino match program, and she actually ended up having like a penthouse suite and all of that stuff. So I'll have to double check. I'll talk to the casino host. You know me, I don't mind asking questions. I will gladly go up to the casino host and talk to them. The one thing I don't like about the casino on board NCL ships is the percentage they charge to the cabin, right? Now, I found that out when I was on the breakaway. I knew what I was expecting. So my big thing is if you're going to gamble, bring cash. Don't charge your room. You get hit with a 3% charge. So for every $100 you charge to the cabin, you're hit with 3%. For every 1,000 you charge, you're hit with 3%. It doesn't matter the amount. Now, again, depending on how much you win or how much you lose, at the end of the cruise, they'll take those charges off of your folio. But they charge a 3% fee to use your sign and sail card, to charge your cabin, whatever the case may be. So like I tell everybody, bring that cash with you if you can instead of charging. you'll be better off. You'll save that 3%. But again, depending on how much you win, how much you lose, they'll take that off your folio at the end. I believe it's once you hit 100 points with NCL, you can start getting free play. And then anything over, I think it's like 10,000 points, you get an automatic cruise offer in the Haven. So a $500 Haven cruise offer for 10,000 points. NCL changed their points like Royal. So NCL's point system is 1 point for every $5 spent. It was a great casino offer, penthouse suite, all the perks. Felt like we were royalty. What they charge the cabin, that's not good. Yeah, so when you charge to the cabin, no matter what it may be in the casino, whether it's slots or table games, they charge a 3% fee. But again, it's not the end of the world if you're a gambler that spends a decent amount of time in the casino, because eventually they'll take that off of your folio, right? You can get it to where it's eliminated off of your bill. You don't have to pay that fee or that charge. Me, I'm a firm believer that if you don't want to pay the 3%, if you're a gambler or not, bring the cash with you. Then you don't have to worry about that 3%. Scott and Scott are both in the house. What's going on, fellas? Yeah, that was Lourdes's offer on the Sun Princess. That was the one she just did in the Mediterranean not that long ago. That was the cruise her son hit for over $10,000 on a real minimum bet. Like, when she sent me that video, I think he only had like 38 points charged on his card. He hit for 10 grand, and it was like $1.88 or something that he was spending. Scott, how's work going, bro? I know you're busting a double today. 88 cents. 88 cents is what he was spinning per bet, and he had like 38 points, and he hit for over 10 grand. Insane. So don't always think you have to bet big. You can bet small and still win the big jackpots. I hate carrying around cash as well. And the only cruise line I've been on, honestly, that has charged a percentage has been Norwegian. Now, again, I'm here for 7 days, so I'll find out a little bit more. This was back when I was on the breakaway. I know they still do it. I had a couple of people reach out to me telling me, hey, get ready. They still charge a percentage when you charge to the folio. So we'll see what happens. I have not had a mango meltdown yet. That was the one thing I was looking forward to when I got on board the ship, which if you've ever been on Norwegian and you had a mango meltdown, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That drink is absolutely amazing. It is like mango water ice with rum. It's delicious. If I can make a recommendation, tell them a mango meltdown with a floater. They'll put the liquor right on top, and it is absolutely chef's kiss. Ready for break. Do you like to go big on day one or just the whole time? So it really depends, right? It really depends on my feeling when I walk into the casino. There's some times where I'll go into the casino on day one and I'll sit down for a half hour and only spend $200-300 and be like, I got to go, because I'm not feeling it. If I'm feeling the casino or I'm trying to make a casino video, I'd rather make that video on day one, because I think that will bring good juju for the rest of the trip, right? So I'll make the video on day one, typically day one or day two. And then I just go from there, right? Like, I don't go to the casino and hit it hard every day of the trip, because at that point, all I'm doing is gambling. I'm not enjoying the cruise. I'm not enjoying the ports or the ship or anything like that. Now, there are times where at night, if I'm with Chucky or a group of us that gamble, like me, Chuck, Kim, or my mom, if Cameron's wanting to gamble, if Joe's with us, I'll go to the casino and I'll spend more time in the casino, because that's what the group is doing, right? And then it's a little harder to get me out of there, because once you get me in and I'm feeling it and I'm in a groove, I don't want to leave. I don't want to have to get up and go to dinner. I want to enjoy the groove. I don't want to leave the heater when it's hot. The biggest thing I'm a big believer in is you don't get off of a hot machine. If a machine's cold and you fed it a couple $100, you still try and feed it a little bit more to see if you can't smack a bonus. But if you don't, and you're hot and you get off and then somebody sits down and smacks a bonus after you just put in a couple $100, you're kind of going to be disappointed. 1 point for the casino, LL. Thanks, Martin. Appreciate the super chat, brother. I stay on the same bet amount throughout and stay pretty much on the same 2 or 3 machines and including Koi Koi. Now, I have my select machines that I play. If we're talking about machines, like, I will stick with my very small selection of machines. Dragon Cash, Dragon Link, Phoenix Link. I love those types of games. You won't ever see me sitting down at Huff and Puff, Wolf Peak, anything like that. You won't see me sitting down at those machines because I'm not big in all that extra stuff they got going on. Now, don't get me wrong, you can hit some massive bonuses on Huff and Puff. I like the simplicity of 6 balls or 3 symbols for free games, or the Dragon Link. That's what I like. I'm happy with those games. I do really well with those games. There's a couple other games that I'll play in between to pass the time, or if I'm feeling those machines, I'll play them machines. But most of the time when you see me or you find me in a casino, you're going to find me at Dragon Link. You're going to find me at Phoenix Link. You're going to see me on those machines. That's where I'm going to be most of the time. I'm lucky if I spend 50 at most in the casino, yikes, on a couple hundred. Yeah, Heidi, again, like, it's all about the comfort zone, right? Like, I tell everybody all the time, they ask me, hey, Mike, what should I bring with me to earn points to start getting casino offers and spending in the casino? And I tell them this, look, all I can tell you is bring what you're comfortable with losing. If it was me, I would bring at least $1,000, and I would be comfortable losing $1,000 knowing that my offers are going to increase with the cruise line, right? Essentially, all you're doing as a gambler, and I'll be the first one to say this, you're prepaying for your future cruises. So anytime I lose, I don't consider it as losing. I just consider it me prepaying for my future cruises. The offers I'm going to get from the cruise line are going to include free play. They're going to include free drinks, free Wi-Fi, free packages, whatever it may be. Like the transatlantic I'm on in October, that's an elite cruise. So it costs bare minimum to get on board the ship. I got onboard credit. I got free play. I got a car service to pick me up from the airport, take me to the airport. I get free drinks throughout the whole ship. I get a free shore excursion. I get free bottles of alcohol sent to the room. I get free whatever. There's so much added stuff that you get with that offer that makes it okay for me to go to the casino and spend money and be like, okay, well, I didn't lose. I just essentially paid for my cruises over the next 2 or 3 years. So it really depends on how you look at it, depending on how much you're spending and how much you're going to go with. You know what I mean? Like, what makes sense to you? Derek and Amanda with Island Time are on the cruise too. I know, I just haven't ran into them yet. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for them. I got the new Elite offers yesterday. I got 2, Lourdes. I didn't look at any of them yet. I believe they become available to start booking on the 7th. I'm a low budget gambler, $2 to $250 per day. Now, even then, that's still a good number, right? Like if you're, unless you're saying $2 to $2.50 a day, then that's different. But if you're going up to $250 a day, that's still not bad, right? A 7-day cruise, if you're there for 5 days at $200 a day, that's still $1,000 that you're going into the casino with. So that's not a bad budget for someone that's trying to build a status within the casino and establish some type of casino offers, whether it's 25-50% off, whether it's a free interior cabin, whatever the case may be. You're still going to establish some type of quorum within that casino program to help give you money or get you money off of your next future cruise or whatever the case may be, right? So for me, it started out as $100 to $200 a day. The banks were real small, but then I got into wanting to hit bigger bonuses. I wanted to feel the bigger bonus energy, and now I just chase that bigger bonus energy. That's the big thing I push forward. I like a good line pay every now and then, but I like to hit it hard. And when I was on Royal Caribbean last July, on the Utopia for the first time, within 3 days, I made Prime. I made sure to hit Prime within 3 days. Was that a little crazy? Probably. I probably would not recommend trying to go balls to the wall to where you hit Prime in the Royal Casino within 3 days, but it was worth it for me because all of the other cruises I've booked since then, all of my drinks in the casino are free, and it's not like Carnival where you have to be playing to get a free drink. You could just walk up to the casino bar and get a free drink. So for me, it was worth hitting Prime. That rolls over, it continues to build up over the next few voyages, and I got a great offer. I get on board Star of the Season September for $300 in a neighborhood balcony for 2 people. So you really can't argue with the amount of money I'm saving on a cruise that's on an Icon class ship where people are spending over $10,000 just to get on the ship in an inside cabin. So for me, it's 100% worth it. The logic might not seem like it's logical, the math might not seem like it's mathing, but at the end of the day, it was well worth it with the offers I get from Royal Caribbean. Royal has made it harder. 1K don't really bring really good ones anymore. So, I mean, again, whatever you're comfortable with, right, Martin? Like, we've talked about this before. Like, Haley's already told you, win Mike money. To win Mike money, you gotta spend Mike money, right? Like, I don't have... And my grandfather used to say this all the time when he would gamble. It's just money, I can make more. It's just money, I can make more. I do have limits. I don't go that crazy to where I end up becoming part of the crew on board the ship that I'm on, but I don't really let it faze me that much. Like, oh, I just dropped $1,000 in the casino. I don't let it bother me, because if it bothers me, then it's bad energy, and then that bad energy goes with me into the casino for the rest of the trip. So I try not to let it bother me. The offers are still the same: elite perks with free balcony drink package for you and a companion, $300 in fun play. So I could take that, right? That's not a bad offer. I'll take the $300 in fun play, $200 on board credit, free shore excursion, free internet, drinks throughout, drinks sent to the cabin. Wow, bye Carnival. Yeah, so it really depends, right? Like, Carnival's, their casino offers are great. And the one thing about the rewards program is a lot of people were concerned that with this new rewards program coming out with Carnival, I'm not calling it a loyalty program. You're not going to hear me call it a loyalty program, because that's not what it is. It's a rewards program. So that new rewards program actually works hand in hand with the casino. So if you take that casino and that rewards program and you work them to your advantage, you can actually hit diamond relatively quick on board Carnival. But we're officially pushing back, so that's enough. Y'all stared at my ugly mug for 36 minutes. Let me show you what weather we're dealing with here in Port Canaveral today. So we got some storms coming in. The Steaming Bean, what's going on, Scotty Mac? Man just got back off of a cruise, living his best life. So we got some storms rolling in, and it's definitely a little gloomy, but if you look out in the open Atlantic, it's nice out there. So that's where we're going. We're making our way out of Jetty Park here in a few minutes, and then we'll be out to open waters, baby, for the next 7 days. St. Thomas, Porta Plata, Tortola, and then Great Stirrup Key. Now that's obviously forward, and then this is aft. Like, I really can't see the aft view. Like, it wraps around, so I really can't see aft. But the only downfall is my balcony overlooks all of this. So I really, it's not the end of the world. But you know me, I love being able to see that water, so the more I can see the water, the happier I'll be. I just dropped my empty coffee cup. That's it. Nobody else getting on. Well, we'll leave that for another day. I prefer overlooking the water. As some of these builds on these new ships, depending on the balconies that are offered to me during the time of booking, I can't really pick and choose too much. Again, bare minimum money was spent to get on board this ship, so I can't really argue with it, right? I have to take the balcony where I can. I am cruising to where am I going next? I'll go back to the same areas in September. Scott says buffering. I believe I'm on the internet. Let me if that makes a difference. Is that better, Scotty? I turned the internet off. We're losing you. No, don't lose me. Better. Will you be by Jetty Park? I am looking at a Carnival line and they are looking at ships. Yeah, so we're getting ready to go past Jetty Park. Yes, and a clearer picture. Looks good now. Awesome. So I turned the internet off. With this storm rolling in, the satellites are probably a little hard to grab that internet. Now I have to upgrade the internet still. I didn't do that yet. I still have the free internet with the promo. I think it's like 180 minutes. So far I've burned up probably about 60 of those minutes. But yeah, we're going to be sailing out the Jetty Park. So right over here, if you look this way, that's Cape Marina. Jetty Park is down this way here. And we'll be setting sail out of there. That's closer to Terminal 3. That's where the Mardi Gras and the Venezia go out of. The weather's nice. It's a little breezy. It's not too hot, not too humid, but we do have a storm rolling in. So it was raining for a little while earlier. But other than that, right now, we're okay. They have a love with ships passing. Show your chest. They throw beads. LOL, JK. Oh, man, and I was just getting ready to take my shirt off. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm putting it back on. Well, you should be able to see me, Martin. So I'm towards the aft. I'm the guy in the red shirt standing on his balcony. So you really won't be able to miss me if you got them on as well. What would be a good marker? I'm towards the aft of the ship. So if you're looking towards the aft of the ship, you'll definitely see me standing on the balcony. Clothes are on. Clothes are on. But all in all, it's not a bad day. It's just not as sunny as I would hope it is. Can you hear the Salaway celebration from your balcony? No, I cannot, and that's a good thing. I'm on balcony. My cabin's on deck 10, so we're a little ways away from the Salaway celebration. So I'm kind of glad that you can't hear it. It's nice, it's quiet, it's relaxing. So on days where you want to just come out and enjoy your balcony, you can. You ain't got to worry about hearing all the hubbub and ruckus from up top. Yeah, leave me be. That's what Martin says. Leave me be. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming. Oh, excuse me. I feel like Marsha. She sneezes every live show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Martin, I can't see the video. NCL or Celebrity, which would you do if you weren't on Celebrity? So I have been on Celebrity. I've done the Reflection, and I will tell you this. I absolutely enjoyed the Reflection. Now, the Reflection is an older ship within the Celebrity fleet, but I do have some ideas of hitting the Apex or, some of the new Celebrity ships in the very near future. So me personally, if I had to choose one, at this point in time, I would say Celebrity. But check back with me next week. That answer might be different. Mary Ellen Dillon in the house. What's going on, Med? Yeah, I'm live from the cell phone. It actually makes it relatively easier to go live directly from the phone for this type of Salaway. Beyond is the best ship I have been on, but small casino. Now, Celebrity is kind of like Princess for the Carnival Corporation, right? Celebrity is the upscale line and the Royal Caribbean line, the Royal Caribbean fleet. So you have the Royal Caribbean would be your Carnival, Celebrity would be your upscaled version, like Princess is for Carnival. Now, I enjoyed the Reflection. It's an older ship. I went to La Petite Chef. I've enjoyed the casino. The casino treated me really well. But what really amazed me on board the Reflection was the buffet. There was such a different, diverse variety of food every night in the buffet. You had food from Africa. You had food from the Mediterranean, whether that was Greece or Italy. There were so many different food offerings in the buffet that you didn't have to go anywhere else on board the ship to have a good meal. Thank you! I don't know if you can hear that, but that little kid's pretty loud. He said, enjoy your cruise. They say XL Casino will be larger. Let's hope. Yeah, the buffet is the best and super fresh. Yeah, everything was fresh. Everything was great. Like, I had a wonderful time on the Reflection. And I can't really complain. It was a short cruise, but it was great. It's a project kind of day here. Cleaning, planning, shopping for home and cruises, and a little work too. Well, I hope you have a great day, Med. It sounds like a fun-filled day, an eventful-filled day for you. But you should be, I think you're actually getting on board a ship real soon, ain't you? Rain all day in Texas. Yeah, that's how it's been. It's been rainy here in Florida too. It's been insane. We got the fish party boat coming in. I need to come out here one day and just go on a party boat and just go out there and go fishing. That's one thing I used to do a lot when I lived up north. Every summer we used to go on charter boats and go fishing, and I haven't been on one in a long time. For those of you who've done meetups before, you know this big blue building right here. That's Fish Lips. That's that infamous restaurant we all usually meet up at prior to group cruises. Whether that's been with La Lita Loca, the Rooster, whoever it may be. That's usually where we meet up and hang out. Fish Lips. It's cool, like I said, being able to sail out from that area, because I haven't been out of that area in a long time. The last time I was out of there, I was on the MSC Meraviglia. So it's been a while since I set out south from down there. So you got Fish Lips that we just passed, and then coming up you have Sharky's. And this terminal here is where you would find the Utopia, the Wonder of the Seas, and all of that docked at. And the Carnival Mardi Gras is up a little bit further. The terminal for the Mardi Gras is a little bit further up. But if you're coming on the Utopia or the Wonder, this is where you'll be here. When Utopia first came in, this is where I came to get those awesome aft shots, because the restaurant butts up right to where the aft of the ship is. And it's an awesome shot of the ship. Some of the best seafood you ever could have too. Oh, I heard they have changed that. Changed what? Celebrity has MDR. I sat on Celebrity a long time ago and remember having sommelier in the MDR. Now they only have them on specialty dinings. Maybe they went back to it, Lourdes. Somebody's not happy down there. But yeah, if you look right there where that concrete wall is, that's where the aft of the Utopia sits or the Wonder sits, and the restaurant is literally right on the opposite side. So you can sit there and look at the big, beautiful aft of the Utopia or the Wonder, depending on what ship is in port. That's where you would find all that at. Spank that kid. It's not my kid to spank. I left my kids at home. If you watch today's video, you'll see the three things that that are banned on cruise ships that you can't bring. Anybody watch that video? What did you think about the ending where I just pulled out a bunch of random stuff? I thought it was pretty funny. I figured I'd have a little fun with it, and I thought it was funny. Yeah, to me it was funny anyway. Almost all the way up there. I didn't watch, but will, of course. I appreciate it, Martin. It's a good video. It's 10 things that I think will make your cruise that much better. Have a great cruise. Looking forward to the content. I plan on it. Again, tomorrow there will be another video going out. It'll be embarkation day. As long as I can get the internet to unlimited, I'll get that worked on tonight and out tomorrow. You're starting to come in view of that live. You'll see me. I'll be waving my arms. Just let me know if you can see me. Alrighty, getting my butt kicked. Have a great week. Scott, enjoy the rest of your work day, bro. Don't work too hard. I'll have to watch. I may differ with you since I bring so much. Yeah, Lourdes brings bags for her bags. Unfortunately, my last cruise carried no televised Canadian football. Oh, no. Were you able to keep up with it on your phone, Scotty Mac? Almost coming up to Terminal Tree. I can see it in the distance. Followed scores. At least you were able to follow scores. You weren't kept in complete darkness there. We got 30 watching with 20 likes. I appreciate that, y'all. That's a good percentage. I'm happy with that. Alaska 2026. Oh yeah, that's coming up quick. That's coming up quick. When I get off of this cruise next week, we will be exactly 1 year away from the Alaska group cruise. Now this ship that you see docked that we're coming up to is another one that I got to get on really soon too. And that is the casino boat out of Port Canaveral. That is literally just a casino boat. Are you solo on this cruise? Yeah, Lourdes, just me. No Chucky, no Scott, no kiddos. I see the forward now, and of course this camera's giving issues. It happens. It happens. This terminal right here, where you see like might take a little bit to get in the focus, but those bridge works and all that stuff, that's Terminal 3. That's where the Venezia, the Mardi Gras, all of that goes out of. So after the live, I'm hoping the luggage arrives. I can get that put away. Up to dinner, or down to dinner since I'm on deck 10. And then casino. Starbucks and then casino. Sounds like the cruise I met you on, Celebration. Yeah, so the Celebration is where we met, the transatlantic voyage on the Celebration from Southampton to Miami. That was a great cruise. A little rough seas coming out in the beginning of that, but it was relatively great. And I was solo on that cruise too. That was the first time I ever went to a diamond and platinum party too. Marielle and Dylan took me to that, which was awesome. I got to experience that for the first time. So this ship here, that's the Victory Casino Cruise out of Port Canaveral. It literally goes out for half day of voyages, and it's literally just a floating casino. So you go out, you gamble, you get some food, some drinks, you come back, hopefully with some winnings in your pocket. So I am on board the NCL Aqua, sailing out of Port Canaveral, going to Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, Tortola, and Great Stirrup Key. Pilot boat coming back in. Ship looks a little rough. Looks like it needs a little bit of paint work done on there. But this is Terminal 3, so this is where the Mardi Gras, this is where the Venezia sails out of when it's down here. When it's not up in New York. Currently is in New York, sailing out of New York. And then all of that right to the left, that's all Jetty Park. Excuse me. And you know, it's a little weird. My water comes in cans on board this ship. So I pre-ordered water, had it sent to the cabin, and it's in cans. Usually NCL does the flow water cartons. It's in the cardboard box, but they're in cans. Dadabetic in the house. Glad I made it before the end. Dadabetic, you got to go back and watch it from the beginning, man. You got to see my handsome face for the first 36 minutes while we still sat in port. I appreciate you hanging out with us. I think Martin might have the XP on this live, so yeah, Martin's got the first spot, I believe. We'll be on the Venezia in February on an Elite. Lourdes, are you sailing out of Florida? February. Yeah, that should be out of Florida at that time. So we're coming up to Jetty Park now. The bow of the ship is actually close to Jetty Park. When I came down here a few months back to do some ship spotting, it was cool. I stood on this little jetty wall right here and saw a bunch of sea turtles and all of that stuff. Shut up, Mike, LOL. Oh, Martin doesn't want people knowing he's got first place. That's why he wants me to shut up. Martin, where's your guy live at? Is he live from down like on the jetty, or is he on the rocks? Where's he coming in at? Or is he over here? This is the free area. If you ever come here and you want to watch ships sail away for free, this is where you go. It costs money to get into Jetty Park. So for any of you who have never been here before, but you want to come do some ship spotting and watch some sailways, you can park over here for free. It's the boat ramp. And then you can stand here, bring some chairs, camp out, watch some ships leave, sail in. It's cool when you get the new ships coming in the port. So I definitely know it's going to be crowded in August or July whenever the Star of the Seas comes in. Yes, jetty rocks. So you got all these jetty rocks here, and then you have the inlet jetty rocks there. So, yeah. Hopefully you see me, bro. You can't really miss me. If you count the decks, you'll see an open deck where there's an infinity pool, obviously, and then I'm on deck 10, right on the bump out. So if you see the bump out towards the aft of the ship, that's where you'll see me at. I got my arms out like Rose from Titanic right now, Martin. If you could see me. Paint me like the ladies in your book, Jack. So speaking of that, tell me how yesterday, it was the 4th of July, happy birthday, America. We had some really bad weather in the area. So the kids didn't really get to go in the pool. And my son's like, I want to watch a movie, Dad. Now, mind you, he's 7. And the movie of his choice was Titanic. And I was like, I am not watching Titanic when I'm getting ready to go on a cruise. You're out your mind, bro. Paint me like the ladies in your drawings, Jack. Gotta love the kids, man. 7 years old, getting ready to be 8. And then he was like, hey, we watched Jaws. And I'm like, man, get out of here. So I watched Grown Ups, something funny. And then I put Smokey and the Bandit on. You know, being a big time trucker and all that, you got to have Smokey and the Bandit. Martin, if you've seen me, you better snap a picture and send it to me. Even on a gloomy day, it's still a great day for a sail away. Leaving Port Canaveral behind, you can see Cocoa Beach off in the distance. The Space Coast, you gotta love the Space Coast. 38 watching with 26 likes. Y'all do me a favor and smash that like button. If you aren't subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe with the notification bell on, so that way you can stay up to date with everything going on with me while I'm out here cruising the high seas. And now we're down to 36 because I asked y'all to like the video. Look at that, everyone enjoying the beach here. It's just a beautiful day. All in all, it's a beautiful day. You got more people coming out and enjoying the infinity pool area, the little splash pad with the lounge beds in it. Now, this is all included. This is no extra charge or nothing like that. So you can come out and grab these day beds here and just enjoy it. A day is a good day for a sail away. Any day, absolutely. We'll be getting back on the Vista when you get back. Nice. Enjoy the Vista. I love the Vista. I've sailed on the Vista for the Boats and Bros cruise last year, and it was great. And that ship is always going to have a special place in my heart because Terry and Jean were with me on that cruise. And if you know Terry and Jean, they're an older couple. They started following me from the very beginning. They're a great couple. He was a retired American Airlines pilot, and she was a retired, I believe, school nurse. And they're just some great down-to-earth folks. And that was Terry's last cruise before he passed away. So that ship is always going to hold a special place in my heart because I got to spend that last cruise with him, which is pretty awesome. We tried to find you on the live, but it was hard to tell. Are you past where the corner balconies are? So I'm at the curve, right? Like I'm at the bump out. So you have some corner balconies midship, and then you have more, and then you have like a little curve bump out. That's where I'm at. But I'm way clear past Jetty Park right now. Any future Boats and Bros cruises? So there is one coming, not this year, and probably not next year because of Alaska, but there is another one coming. I'm looking to add to Vista. It's one of the ships I haven't cruised on yet. It's a great ship. I loved it. It was an awesome little cruise. Being given it was cursed with all them propulsion issues, we still had a great time. But that's it. We are officially out past the jetty, open water from here on out for the next 7 days until we get to the next port of call, which the first port of call is Puerto Plata. Then we are in St. Thomas, Tortola, and then Great Stirrup Key before ending back in Port Canaveral. I will text you later so you can look. Bon voyage. Keith, I appreciate it. I plan on having a blast this trip. Just with walking around this ship is going to be epic because it's new to me, right? It's a new class. It's a brand new ship to a lot of people. It's only been out since April, and it's just one of those ships that you're just fascinated no matter which way you turn. And I'm really considering the art auction because they have a pair of Muhammad Ali fight-worn shorts that are autographed by Muhammad Ali in the art auction. So I might have to pop down there and see what the starting bid on that is. Oh, it's always beautiful, Keith. Even though it's a little gloomy, we got a storm pushing its way towards us. It still makes for a great sail away, a great day. Will G, I appreciate it. I plan on having an amazing cruise. We definitely got to get on a ship together real soon, too. The art auction. Yeah, the art auction. So that's pretty much it, y'all. So far, everything's been fluffy friendly. Y'all know my big thing is that whole fluffy friendly take. And you'll be surprised with how much room is in this bathroom. So look forward to that video coming tomorrow. The embarkation day video will be out tomorrow. Then the sea day video will follow. I'm definitely going to try and pump out a video every single day. Yeah, Martin, I know what to get you. I got to get you that ship model. I'm actually going to send you a picture because there's two different ones. Charlie's World, have an amazing cruise. I appreciate it. Lourdes, okay, my friend, I'm going to eat, but I wish you the best on your adventure, darling. Bye, everyone. Love yous. See you next week. Lourdes, thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it very, very much. Get my finger out of the way of the camera. I'm going to send you a picture because there's two different ship models. There's like an all glass one, and then there's like the ones we really got from the last ships that are all painted. I personally prefer the painted one, but it's yours. So I'm not going to just pick up whatever. I'm just going to ask you later on which one you would rather have. Keith, I appreciate it. Definitely going to have fun. But anyway, man, the ship has been amazing so far. The seats are fluffy friendly. I have plenty of room, plenty of space, and just enjoying life, right? Very pretty ship, ASAP. It is just now in another cruise channel. Thank you for going live. I am new to your channel. Queen Honey Bear, I appreciate it. Thanks for hitting that sub button. Be sure to check out tomorrow's video. There's the embarkation day video is going to come out tomorrow. I know I'm repeating myself. Check out today's video if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you think about the last 3 things in that video. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out here with me for the last 68 minutes or so and staring at my ugly mug for the first 36 minutes of the live. If you can kindly do so, smash that like button on the way out if you haven't done so already. Martin, you got the XP, bro. I'm sure you're number 1 in this live. And I'm definitely going to plan on going live on Thursday, so be sure to look forward to that coming out, and then all future content over the next couple days to come out. Until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace. I know y'all don't want to stare at me. I will show y'all this as I hit the end button so y'all got a beautiful view on the way out. Look at that. Look at that. Even on a stormy day. Even on a stormy day, it's still gorgeous. Y'all have a great, great Saturday afternoon. Peace out.